Hello, my fellow Americans. I'm here today to gratefully accept the task of being the Republican nominee.
Leave for president!
From now on, Republicans are on a straight path to the White House. I want to thank everyone that supported me and helped me take to the place I am here today. Today, to my inauguration, I prepare myself, Ben Clinton, my family, and my staff for the long journey that is the presidential race. The problems that plague our society, which rip us apart, which put Americans against Americans, which establish the glacial pace of Congress, and which continue to stray further and further from the ideal, which that this country's fathers who fought hard to break the chains of a monarchy. Today, we deal with groups of people that come into our country to harm, to kill, and to seize everything that we own. The government of these people halted their right to sovereignty and looked to other countries to spread their beliefs. Radical Islam is by no means easy to get rid of pest, but by army of brainwashed men, women, and children ready to spread their wishes of death throughout our country. We need to take action. We need to protect America and its millions of citizens. Many people have seen firsthand at the crime that some of our cities suffer from. The gangs, the riots, the mobs destroys people's income, their houses, and sometimes their family. I plan to implement a better, more equipped police force to deal with the violent mobs that occurred more frequently. Also, this police force will help prevent riots from breaking out by preemptively taking action at protests and demonstrations that could potentially turn violent, saving thousands of people from injury or unnecessary jail time. Places where riots do break out, places such as Charlottesville, the people will no longer be overwhelmed. I don't want to ever see Americans killing another American because of a disagreement again. Amen. That brings us to how we protect ourselves. Guns in this country are beginning to be harder and harder to get. I do believe that some regulation is needed, but some of the lawmakers in this country are uneducated about guns, therefore creating laws that have no effect in the deadliness of the weapon, only creating useless regulations that seem to only stop the law-abiding citizens from having specific attachment or calibers. I plan to get rid of these pointless laws and stop people from traveling to different states to get items that are legal in their state. There is no purpose for these laws, so why do we have them? This leads me to the next topic, healthcare. Healthcare in this country was headed in a bad direction. From inefficiency to spending close to 18% of the GDP, healthcare is a huge topic that needs to be fixed. I understand with Congress being so divided and not accepting any form of healthcare reform. I understand that their needs need to be a compromise that both Democrats and Republicans can agree on. Right now, Congress is too divided. Without a compromise, nothing will change, and your taxpayer money will be going into a dark, incompetent system that we have today. Illegal immigration, one of the most important concepts of the decade, although yet again it seems to be unchanged. We do not plan to build the wall. It is a unnecessary cost and a unnecessary revelation. That said, I plan to create a border of high security technology surveillance that will watch us out for people trying to illegally cross into the United States border.
Amen, America.
If we cannot stop the influx of illegal immigrants, then we cannot figure out how to deal with them. Why does this country have a system that benefits illegals to have children in our country and create a moral dilemma? DACA is a system that needs to be abolished. Not only does it give people a get-out-of-jail-free card, but when it potentially gets deported. But it gives the government two options. It gives them the option to deport the illegal immigrant, separate their family, or we don't deport them and adopt them as citizens. Yet again, the left has created no options for government to change the law other than to keep it or immorally separate families. I will abolish the system, but in compromise will not deport any families that DACA currently protects.
Hallelujah.
This will not only get rid of this flawing system, but will eliminate all arguments against its morality. I refuse to let sanctuary states and cities that refuse to obey federal government say no to the federal government anymore. It is ridiculous to believe that a state won't give up their illegal immigrants to be dealt with. This is exactly the reason why we have such a huge problem in how illegal immigration is managed in this country. If we continue to become pushovers, then people will treat us like pushovers. We must come to a decision, or else what is already a major problem will become irreparable destruction. I'm also saddened by the fact that we have allowed drugs to infiltrate this country. We have allowed these very harmful drugs to enter colleges, families, and parties. Drugs such as marijuana have become norm in states with recreational becoming legal. More and more people begin using them. People such as your friends, colleges, and your family can use these drugs, which have destroyed education, relationships, and their future. I plan to get rid of these opportunities that have been put in place to ruin humans. I plan to help save your family from destruction due to drug abuse. Over the years, minimum wage has changed to help low-income families. I often hear the term of how minimum wage should be a living wage. The point of minimum wage is that jobs that require little to no skill, education, or trade, and to get people such as high schoolers or college students income to help them live or pay for debt. The minimum wage is not for people to live off of or support their families. With the increase in minimum wage, not only are we giving the people that are living of minimum wage a freebie to not improve their lives, as well as economic changes that will primarily affect the low middle class. With the rise of minimum wage, the rise of consumer products will follow. I will stop the impending growth of the minimum wage and save the middle class from price rises that are to follow. Once again, I humbly thank you for your vote and your time. I hope the Republican Party has secured your vote, that you've chosen the correct nominee. America, we must not stray from our path that our founders have fought for. America, we must protect the future of prosperity. America, we must make the right choice. America, God bless you, and thank you.